Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to replace your Electrolux or Frigidaire door boot seal. This is for the 600 series Electrolux washing machine, but how you do this is going to apply for tons of Electrolux washers that have been made, but the tips and tricks that I'm going to show you work for all of them because there's one or two little things about this that are super difficult, but I had a super easy time doing this. I actually just got it installed, not very hard at all. Now, if you're going to do this and you haven't bought the door boot seal, I will have a link for the third-party ERP brand. It's a bit more affordable and it comes with both of the springs that are involved in this. So let me show you the tools and then how to take this apart and get it on easy.
For tools to access the machine, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 7/16 socket wrench, side snips for removing zip ties, then optionally a spring installation tool for the outer spring, and then one thing I don't have pictured here is dish soap. Next, let's get the front of the machine off. Unplug the washing machine and remove the hoses from the washer as needed. When this is done, move the unit to an area that you can access the rear of the machine. Next, there are two Phillips screws on the back of the unit like you see here. Once you have both of these removed with a Phillips head screwdriver, pull the panel rearward to remove it. At the front of the washer, unplug this wire harness that goes to the control interface. As you see here, it's in the front left side looking from the rear. There are a few different ways to tackle this, but to take the front off, you'll need to tilt the machine rearwards and take the screws off. At the bottom, there are 4. As a note, you may not need to tilt the machine rearward to have the clearance to remove these screws at the bottom, but if you have the room, I did find that this is much easier to do. Going back to the machine with the 4 screws out, let's go to the next steps. Remove the dispenser from the dispenser housing by press the button on the rear of the unit and then pull it all the way out. Unscrew the 2 Phillips screws from the housing as you see here. The one on the far left holds the interface into the bulkhead. You do not need to remove it. Next, you need to remove the door lock. Take a screwdriver that's a Phillips head, remove the 2 screws as noted here on the lock. Once you have these 2 out, angle the left side of the housing and pull it out. Remove the wire harness like you see here. Use a flat-headed screwdriver to gently wedge in between the door boot spring and the gasket. Use the leverage to pry the spring out from where it's wedged. Don't stab the gasket and damage it while doing this. The next step is to remove the 3 screws that hold the top of the washing machine in place. Again, Phillips head screwdriver like you see here. Once you have those 3 screws out, it's time to start removing the door. With all the screws away, you need to lift the bulkhead up, then towards the front and slightly away from the unit. As you remove the door, there's going to be one interface harness that is hiding that can only be removed when the door is partially removed. It's a little bit annoying, but it needs removed like you see here with this first person perspective. Once the harness has been unplugged, continue to lift the washer bulkhead away from the machine, and now you have the front off. At the front of the machine, use the side snips to remove the 2 cable ties that hold the recirculation and dispenser hoses onto the gasket. Once you have them removed, slowly work the door light out of its place on the gasket assembly. Then remove the 2 hoses that are attached to the gasket. I found that they were held in place quite tight and I had to pull quite hard to remove them. Take the 7/16 socket wrench and slowly remove the 4 bolts that hold the lower counterbalance onto the washer. This will give you some more room to remove the gasket and reinstall it. The weight is somewhat wedged into place and held on by plastic on the tub, so you need to pull it out and away. It does weigh about 20 pounds for reference. Use the same socket wrench to remove the 3 counterbalance screws at the top of the washing machine. When you have these screws out, you'll need to pull the top counterbalance out by pivoting the bottom of the balance and then slowly work it out of the location of the washer. The top is somewhat constrained by the front washer bulkhead. Once you have this done, how you remove the inner spring is a little bit optional. I used an angled dental pick, but you could use a screwdriver or other object to pull it out and away from the tub. Once you have this spring out, you can start working the gasket off of the washer tub assembly. Although not indicated as a needed tool, I used needle nose pliers to pull it off. I was wearing gloves, otherwise maybe my fingernails would have worked to take this off. This is the ERP gasket set. It contains the inner and outer springs as well as the door boot seal. This set is compatible with all the 5 and 600 series Electrolux washers made for quite a few years, as well as the stacking laundry center units as well. The link that I'll have in this will contain all the models it works for and have other gaskets for the other lower number series washers. To make the installation of the door boot seal, this is optional, but I would use a small amount of dish soap around the edges of the inside of the gasket. You want to apply it at the top and the bottom of the super thick part of the rear gasket where these holes are, as it fits into the assembly. Slowly work the dish soap around the gaskets as needed. If you do this with gloves on, you probably want to remove the gloves after this step. Next, note the notches on the gasket before and after you put it on. You need to install the gasket in the location of these notches as you see at the top, left, right, and bottom to ensure that it's aligned properly, although it should make perfect sense because the 12 o'clock position is straightforward due to the two tub hoses as well as the light. Once you have the gasket oriented, work the gasket onto the washer. The thick area with the holes that you saw earlier need to be wedged in between the inner metal tub and the outer plastic tub. Once you have that wedged in between, roll the lip of the gasket of the outside onto the plastic lip of the outer tub. Of course, the camera focus is a little bit odd here. I'm unsure what angle I could have used to appropriately show this, but just using your fingers, you're going to find that you can work your hand around the lip of the gasket and the washer to make sure it seats and it kind of snaps into place. Then slowly work your fingers around the lip of the gasket and fix it into place. This was pretty straightforward for me, having not done this in years, and it took about 2 minutes to put this gasket on the plastic tub. Once you have the gasket in place but no springs on, take the 7 bolts that you removed from the counterbalance weights and just install the bolts. Being careful not to alter or move the gasket to where it would come off. You don't need to install them all the way. I would screw them in about halfway with your hand. Make sure to install all of the 7 screws or whatever number is on your particular Electrolux Frigidaire washer. When you have that done, take the new inner door boot spring and stretch it slightly. As a note, some videos could tell you to use wood clamps to hold the spring in place. I didn't tell you that you needed these because I don't have them that are the right size. At any rate, put the spring onto the top 3 bolts and make sure that the string is stretched around these bolts and they're secure, the bolts aren't falling out. Then take the spring and stretch it around the remaining 4 bolts at the bottom. This is a pinch hazard. My gloves were absolutely getting destroyed doing this. I took them off. My hands were fine and did not get pinched at all, but the gloves were a little bit loose. When you have the spring around all 7 bolts, slowly take the spring off of 1 bolt and fit it into the lip of the groove of the washing machine gasket. This is the trick because these bolts are perfectly lined up with the heads on where the groove of the gasket is. This will allow you to use both hands to move the spring up away from the bolt and then put the spring onto the gasket instead of having to fight with the whole assembly. This entire installation of the springs took 2 minutes on camera and made this very tricky job very easy in my opinions. Once you have this done, remove the hand tightened screws, all 7, from the washing machine and then reinstall the counterbalances. On this model, I did not see any Loctite or thread locker on the screws, so when I reinstalled the counterbalances, I didn't put any thread locker on it, but if you have certain models, maybe you'll see some blue film that would suggest a thread locker. Slowly work the 2 counterbalance weights onto the washer like you see, and then install the screws. The weight will rest on the pegs somewhat, but I would keep one hand on the concrete while finding and starting to thread the bolts on and hand tighten them. Once you have all of the bolts in from the top, go ahead and use your socket wrench and fully tighten them as needed. At the top still, use some more dish soap around the gaskets and hoses to allow you to easily install them to the gasket. This was much easier than taking them off. Do the same for the light, and then install the 2 zip ties to the hoses. The factory zip ties that were on the machine originally look like they're about 6 inches instead of these 4-inch zip ties that I'm using. Install the light as well at this point, and then snip the zip tie excess off with your side snips. Make sure that these are super snug against the hoses. You don't want to collapse the hoses, but you want to make sure that gasket's on pretty firmly. Then go ahead and install the lower counterbalance. It installs the same way as the top one. Make sure it rests on the pegs, then hand install the 4 screws. May want to use your leg as a brace if you needed to, but I didn't have any issues putting it on. Once you have the first 2 screws on, you shouldn't have to hold the weight, and you can finish the assembly of the weights with the socket wrench, and you're almost done. To reinstall the bulkhead, there are 4 pegs, 2 on each side that you see here that the front of the washing machine is going to rest on. Make sure the door lock harness is in place, that you can thread it through the bulkhead. Then ensure that before you snap the front in place, that the interface harness is installed properly while you put this on. The next steps are kind of up to you in which order you want to go. You have to reinstall the 3 screws at the top of the unit, the 4 underneath the machine, then the 2 in the dispenser housing to the dispenser itself. Another step to this is putting the gasket wire back on. You need to first roll the rubber gasket around the lip of the washer, and it will rest inside the lip like you see here. If you have some difficulty here, using dish soap on the back of the gasket can make it a little bit smoother and easier if needed. For putting the gasket wire back on, I have videos on how to do this just with zip ties and a wrench, but for this video and for ease of use on me, I use a TSE1 spring tool. I have a link for it in the video. If you have to take the gasket on and off a lot, this is the easiest, most direct way to do it. There's nothing to it. You need to expand the spring at the top, then put the retainer wire around the lip of the gasket like you see here, and then that part is done. The last thing you need to do is install the wire harness back from the board to the front of the machine, and then test the machine with water and electricity. The last step then is to install the 2 screws for the top panel, and you should be fully done. Make sure that you test the washing machine to ensure that the gasket was installed properly and there are no leaks from the gasket, the hoses, or anything else. That's essentially it. I hope the video helped you install a new gasket on your washing machine if you had to buy one and change it, or maybe you got stuck on how in the world to install the springs. I know we used the tool on the outside spring, but I'm going to have a video right here that shows you how to install it toolless, just using some extra zip ties on that outer spring in case you needed it. Have a great day.